Friends, this is a quarter. Now, this one was stamped in 2000, but let's imagine this one was stamped in 1964. Now, for those of you out there who know what that means something very significant. That this was made of 90% silver. We're going to be talking about how this would have impacted you. Let's just get back in the time machine. If you were a minimum wage worker in the United States in 1964, you would have gotten 4 of these per hour in silver. Now, to put that in perspective, minimum wage worker in 1964 would have gotten paid $1, right, 4 of these, and they would have been able to buy how much at McDonald's, okay? You would have been able to take this shiny silver quarter, assuming it was 1964 silver, and you would have been able to get a hamburger and a small French fry for 25 cents, right? Now, how much would a hamburger and a small French fry cost you at McDonald's nowadays? In my area, it's $3.78. So, minimum wage back then was $1. You get 4 of these, or 4 hamburgers and 4 small fries for your 1 hour of work. Today, the minimum wage is $7.25, right? The federal minimum wage. That will buy you basically almost 2 hamburgers and 2 small fries. We've lost some purchasing power there, haven't we? Let's go back to the silver. Let's imagine that you got paid $1 in silver quarters and you kept them. Okay? And you brought them all the way forward in your time machine to today. That would be $24.28 worth of silver quarters. Just the value of them, right? Minimum wage today is $7.25. But if you took the silver from minimum wage back then and brought it forward, $24.28. Where'd all that value go? Right? Where'd all that value go? Now, let's say you're saying, well, that's just because minimum wage has changed. And that's true. Let's talk about median wage. So the median salary for a worker in the United States in the 60s, 1964, was $6,600. In 2020, it's $67,000. So basically, the median salary in the United States went up 10 times in paper fiat currency, right? Value. Minimum wage went up by about 7 times. But if you had some silver quarters, they would have gone up 24 times. Are you hearing me? The average wage went up 10 times. This went up 24 times. So 2.4 times better protection against inflation than just having average wage. When we talk about protecting your investments, protecting your wealth, silver, gold, all these things, they outperform significantly the inflation rate. So we've partnered with Genesis Gold Group. They deal exclusively in vaulted silver, gold, platinum products that you can do within an IRA. Now, if you have cash money on hand, should you go with vaulted silver and gold or platinum? I'm going to say, generally speaking, no, there are a few use cases where you might want to do that, where you really don't have any way of storing it and you're really concerned about the crime in your area, or you want to make sure that it's kind of off-site. You might want to look into vaulted silver or gold or something like that for that reason. But if you have cash on hand, I'd suggest, generally speaking, buying the physical metals yourself and storing them yourself. Or if you need to pay a provider like your local bank to store them in a safe deposit box. I know a couple people just, their heads started spinning when I said that. If you want to do that, but you will be subject to your bank's rules of accessing those coins and bars and stuff like that. I suggest having it physically in your home. Get a vault, get a really good hiding spot. You can bury it if you need to, whatever. But holding it yourself is best. But if you have money in a retirement account, a 401k where you don't work anymore, or you have an IRA that is locked in. I have a 401k where I'm kind of locked in to just, I think I have like 12 different options that I can invest in. And I don't like any of those options because most of them are in the stock market. So basically I just use short-term treasuries, and that's just kind of rolling over like every month or so. And that's not a really good investment, but you know, at least it's not going to drop dramatically. So I don't really have a good options. I'd rather have my 401k in silver or gold, but that's where it is. I don't really have that many options. If I were to move it out of that 401k into an IRA, which currently I can't, but if I were able to do that because I wasn't employed there anymore, then I would be able to move it to another IRA. And when I do that, I still don't have all the options I'd like. I can't just cash in silver and gold and just take physical delivery. You can't do that, obviously. There'd be a massive tax implication of that. And that's not something that everyone can stomach at this time. Would that be the best way forward? Well, if you have your crystal ball and you can see the future, maybe it will be. I don't know. But a lot of people need to keep their money still in retirement accounts so they can pull it out in the future. But how do they preserve the value of those retirement accounts with such high inflation and with inconsistent stock market returns? The answer to that is by getting a physical vaulted silver gold, right? You can invest in ETFs like SLV. You can invest in GLD, which are gold and silver funds. But there's a lot of risk there because they don't hold all the silver and gold they say they do. So putting it into a vaulted, allocated vault. Genesis Gold Group is partnered with a vault in Delaware, and basically they buy the silver gold physically and they put it in a pile in that vault, which belongs to you. There's no one else that can claim it. It's just yours. Now, it is being held by a bank, so there are a little bit of risks there, but when you're talking about IRAs, there's always a bank holding whatever assets you have. So, I think that this is probably a really good idea for a lot of folks. If you have IRAs or 401ks that you're not willing to pull out at this time, this may be the best idea for you. Now, let's talk about Genesis Gold Group themselves. They are a Christian group. The guys on the staff, Jonathan, and they're Christians, and they believe that. Now, they're not going to push their Christian beliefs on you, but I just want you to know kind of where they're coming from. And so they have a charity as the backbone of part of their organization. And then in addition to that, we know that Jonathan he has a long history working with precious metals. Speaking with him back in the 90s, he was working for the London Bullion Metals Exchange as a broker And so he was buying and selling on the London exchange. You know, the guys hawking and shouting and stuff. But he got out of that and came back over to the United States and has been involved in purchasing large batches of gold and silver for investment purposes and such. So he's a true believer in silver and gold. They do align with our values, and one of the things I really like about them is that unlike a lot of financial advisors, they are really trying to help you preserve your wealth. They're not trying to help you get rich off your investments. They're trying to help you preserve it. And you know, with us preppers and preparedness-minded people who are looking and seeing some pretty crazy things coming down the pike, you need to be thinking about, how do you hold on to what you have? When it comes to retirement funds, that's a really good goal. Now, if you want to go out there and you want to go get rich and everything like that, these guys aren't your guys. You can talk to IRA and investment people who want to help you gamble away your money. But if you want to just simply buy physical metals and have them stored at a reasonable cost, you want to talk to these guys. And if you do mention this channel, they will waive all the setup costs for you. So that's something you probably want to do if you want to do that. You probably want to shop around a little bit, talk to some different people. I just know that these guys are good guys, and they do support this channel. So this video is brought to you by them, and they've been good to us here. And I'm working on getting us off of YouTube ads, which means YouTube will stop getting a lot of revenue from this channel, which is kind of a way of fighting against the system. So I appreciate Jonathan and all of them over there at Genesis Gold Group. You can find their information down in a pinned comment down below or in the description down below. Give them a call and just hear what they have to say. If you like what they have to say, then you can get some more information from them or move forward with them. I know a number of you guys already have done that, and I'm hearing nothing but good things from them as well. All right, folks, if you found this video to be useful, helpful, check out to them at Genesis Gold Group, or you can check out this other video from me right up here. Otherwise, I'll see you later. Steve Poplar, out.